Hey y'all, welcome back. Back on this panel truck. I'm about ready to take the fenders off, take the hood off, take the doors off, clean it all out, and I found out that I'm pretty sure somebody converted this to 12 volt. I know back in the day they used to be 6 volt, and I'm about 99% sure somebody converted to 12 volts, so that'll be easier to start up. I don't have any 6 volt batteries here to jump it, so I wouldn't have been able to do it. And the motor does turn; it's not locked up. So it's got to be the clutch that's stuck. I tried turning the crank with a pry bar, and it turns. So that is good news. Hopefully, I can get it running and then get a little more money out of it myself. So, and that driver's door is stuck shut. That's going to be real fun trying to get that off, but I'll figure it out. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Oh, yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. A little rustier than I thought. This was a door that was stuck shut, so I had no idea how bad it was. But yeah, um, it's pretty much separated itself. Whoops, can't tell just one hand, but all the way to about there. The rest isn't bad, but man, I'd rather not do a bunch of body work. But I might just slap it back on and drive it like it is, and just keep an eye out for another one. Parts for this are hard to find though, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get lucky. Oh well. All right, about to fire this beast up. I'll squirt some starting fluid in it. Not going to run it very long, maybe a minute, if that. I didn't change the oil. The oil looks decent. It's full. It hasn't been leaking. I don't know. I mean, it's probably been sitting for a while. I wouldn't run it very long with the oil in it, but I'm not gonna waste oil and just change it just to run it for a minute or two just to make sure it runs. So I'll just run it for a minute, see what happens. Hopefully nothing catches on fire, explodes. None of that good stuff. It would be pretty awesome though. So the throttle cable or linkage was stuck open, wide open. I don't know why it wasn't. I unhooked the pedal linkage. It wasn't the pedal itself. Once I unhooked it, the linkage was stuck wide open. So it took a little bit to free it loose. Um, it's not a good sign. It's probably got a bunch of crap in there, corrosion, what have you. So um, if it is full of crap and garbage, I'm not even going to try to start the motor. But I'm going to take this air filter off and see what it looks like down in there. Nice. Supposed to be oil in there. All right, so there's crap down in there. You won't be able to see it with the on camera, but yeah, there's no way you can see on the camera. But down there by the throttle blade, there's like a bunch of crap stuck underneath the throttle blade. Actually, that was already loose, so maybe the other one will come off pretty easy too. Huh. Wow. It turns. Not expecting that. Well, let's see if this will break loose. Holy crap. Nothing is seized. That's a miracle. So I guess I'll just take the whole thing off then. Just a bunch of cobwebs. A little bit of surface rust. Can't see that. Clean that out a little bit and pop her back on. All right. Blew all the shit out of it. Sprayed some carb cleaner in it. Looks pretty clean now. Okay, that was entirely too easy. What's going to explode? So I learned something new today. I got this wired up to hot wire it just to see if it'll run. So I got it wired, and apparently there is a starter rod inside on the floor. You push that rod in right here, push that in on the floor. That'll push this, which in turn pushes that little plunger deal and makes the connection and fires the starter. Well, I was touching that and it wasn't doing anything. I got it to turn just a little bit and that was it. So I took this off and there's the contact points. They were pretty dirty, kind of corroded. Same with the top of the starter. That's all that's a copper terminal there. So cleaned all that up, the wire brush, cleaned that one up with the wire brush. Hopefully that was the problem. And this thing I think will probably turn over. So I'll put this back on. And I'm just standing outside here. I'm not operating the floor pedal. I'm just putting a pry bar in there and prying it down, making it make contact. So that's what I'm going to do. Put this back together and it'll fire up. Well, I cleaned those contact points up. Still nothing. Didn't energize the starter. So this terminal here didn't look bad at all, but I figured I'll take it off and clean it up and pop it back on there. And now it's got juice. So there you go. Before you start fixing electrical stuff, trying to figure out why your shit won't start, clean your cables and wires first, because that's the problem. Well, I think the starter just took a massive dump on me. Now it's not doing anything at all. I pulled the spark plug to see if it was getting sparks. I don't think it was. With all that starting fluid, it should have done something. Didn't pop, didn't do anything. So I pulled that, went to start it again, and nothing. Connections are still good. I pulled that little plunger off again, and everything's all good. So I think I fried the starter. Wasn't smoking. It's not hot, and the wire was a little hot, but the starter itself wasn't hot, so I don't know. Oh, well, at least I know it turns. Well, this is how I had it hooked up. We got the positive going to the big terminal in the starter. The negative, yeah, I know it's red. The negative going to the block right there. Ground that out. And the coil, positive side, going to the positive terminal on the coil. That's it. Older carbureted cars without that goofy starter rod, you just have to hook up a like a push button switch instead of that to kick the starter over. But that's it. That's all I had hooked up. So pretty simple. So I didn't get the motor started, which is fine, whatever. I didn't want to put a whole lot of time into it. Something up with the starter, but at least it turns, so that's good. Got pretty much everything disconnected. Got all the body panels off. Dropped the steering column, didn't pull it out. I'm just going to leave it with the frame. I wanted to get it low enough because, well, I made the decision. I'm going to go ahead and frame swap this thing. So my plan is to jack up the body and just roll out the frame out of the way and roll the new frame underneath. So I drop the steering column just low enough to I'll have to jack the body up probably about another foot to clear that steering wheel, but sure I can figure that out. Cut off all the body mounts. A couple of them came out pretty easy. Some of them I had to cut. So those are out. I think the parking brake cable is the only thing I need to disconnect so it doesn't hang up. And then it's ready to come apart. Yeah, I decided on a first gen Dakota. Apparently, international KB trucks, pickup trucks, they fit pretty good on these. But I haven't found anybody that specifically done one with a panel truck. So it might be a problem in the back area. But I'll figure that out as I go. So yeah, it's coming along. One problem, I got to figure out how I'm going to jack this up and roll the frame out at the same time. I don't have a gantry crane. I don't have an overhead hoist or anything like that. I sure as hell don't trust these trusses to hang anything from, especially this. I don't know how much this body weighs, but it's probably pretty heavy. So I don't know yet. I might use a bunch of jack stands and just finagle them around as I roll the frame out and see what I come up with there. That'll be interesting. I haven't found the donor truck yet. I got my eye on one, but he's asking too much. So I don't know where that's going to go. So I'm kind of done with this for right now. I really got to get back on the Ford. There's a couple little things I need to do with that. It is running and driving, but I need to work out some bugs, a little bit of tuning, finish the exhaust, finish up the floor, and then take that out for a spin. So maybe that'll be the next video. I don't know yet, but yeah, it's coming along. So that about wraps it up for this one. If you like what I'm doing, if you're halfway interested, go ahead and subscribe. That'd be awesome. And I'll see you in the next one.